Now let's assume we wanted to change this font. So I could highlight this, and I can click on the little arrow next to the font field. And you may start to wonder why there are collections of fonts in Dreamweaver. That's because when you use a font to display text on the web, you're at the mercy of the computer that displays your page. So even if I choose Arial as the font for this text, it will only display in Arial if my user has Arial on their hard drive. And that's why you use collections of fonts like this. Because what you get if you choose Arial Helvetica Sans Serif is Arial if it's on the user's computer, Helvetica if Arial is not available but Helvetica is, and if neither of those fonts are available, then the browser will look for any sans serif font that might at least keep this text looking more or less as you intended. If you want to use a font that's not on this list, you can create your own collection of fonts by choosing Edit Font List. And in this dialog, you have the option of choosing any of the fonts on your own hard drive. So I'm going to choose Arial Black. And now remember, if your user doesn't have the font, you want to give them an alternative. So a good practice, if you're going to use a font that's a little more obscure, is to use another font that's more common. So if I'm going to use Arial Black as the first one, you see it's listed here now, then I might want to choose a second option like just plain Arial, and simply select it, use this arrow to move it over to the chosen fonts box, and you see it's also added up here in the font list. So you can add as many fonts as you want in a string like this, but usually 2 or 3 is plenty. And you can add and remove sets of fonts. So if you wanted to add another set of fonts now, you could use the plus sign to add another set, or if you wanted to remove one, just select it and hit the minus sign. If I click OK, you'll see that that's now an option in my list, and if I select it, I can apply Arial Black to my text.